And we now turn to our final piece of the series on the impact of school shootings.
We first introduce you to new technology created after recent tragedies. Last night, we explained how it's leaving children with fear every day.
Tonight, I talked to law enforcement about how they've evolved in the last 2 decades to prevent this from ever happening here. For many officers across the heart of Illinois with decades of experience, active shooter training in schools wasn't a part of their initial education.
When we first started, once again, school shootings, that wasn't the norm.
Not at all. It really wasn't a concern back then.
But now, for these 2 officers, their jobs revolve around it. Prior to being the chief of East Peoria Police, Steve Rogie spent 31 years with the Peoria Police Department. Lieutenant John Quast has worked for 25 years with the Peoria County Sheriff's Office. They still remember the events which changed their careers.
That really hit personally was Sandy Hook, and I think nationwide with both police and our school communities, that really hit home.
But even more than a decade before that, the Columbine shooting in Colorado changed the way all police responded to school shootings.
Prior to Columbine, officers responded, waited for SWAT teams, and then allowed them with the special training and needs to then move into the schools. After Columbine, then we started seeing a need as law enforcement as a whole. How do we respond and not wait? Because every time we wait, every bullet going off is a child injured or killed.
In the Columbine shooting that killed 12 people, SWAT teams entered 47 minutes after gunfire started. Now, law enforcement does not wait.
We have what we call rapid deployment, or the first officer on the scene is going to make entry into a building because we have to stop the situation as quickly as possible.
Schools must conduct at least one active threat or shooter drill with police in the first 90 days of the school year.
So I hope our training down the road in years to come is a waste of time. But when we do it, we need to make sure we're following it and doing the best we can.
Training students and administrators is a large priority, as is the response training for officers.
Please stop!
This new 360-degree simulator at Illinois Central College allows officers to learn from lifelike simulations.
It's checking your reaction time, and we can go back into the system and we'll show you where you shot, how many times you shot, should you have shot.
In this scenario, Brian Fangle with the Central Illinois Police Training Center is responding to an active shooter at a school. He must navigate around the students to find the suspect and make a decision to end the situation.
Put the gun down! Put the gun down!
However, Fangle says sometimes the right call isn't always obvious.
Do you shoot? Don't shoot? Should you use your taser?
This $350,000 piece of equipment even allows them to put in footage of real local schools. They tell me it's the only system like it in the area, and since August, it's given local police a new way to train. The officers I spoke with say parents should talk to their kids about these drills so they know to take them seriously, and it won't come off across as scary. They also suggest that you tell your kids that if they see something suspicious, to say something to an adult right away.